Hey everybody, it's Jim here, and today we're going to be going over 2 improvements that you can make with no experience or risk to your paranormal Telecaster, whether it's a Cabronita Thinline or the Baritone. The first modification we're going to be talking about are the tuners themselves. Now, I had the same criticism with the Baritone Cabronita, the same kind of Squier line. I didn't think that they felt great. They felt really loose. They just didn't feel like high quality components, so I chose to replace them. However, if you were to go and buy a set of Fender locking tuners like these, they're not going to line up because these are the vintage style. And whenever you're doing tuner replacement, it doesn't matter if it's a Squier, a Les Paul, anything like that, you want to make sure that the pilot holes that are going to go in are going to match up with whatever tuners you choose. So the tuners that we went with are Goto locking tuners from the top. They're actually used standard on made in Japan hybrid guitars, so I've known about them for a while and they are fantastic. In the following clip, I'm going to show you how easy it is just to restring the guitar with it. So you just feed it through, hold taut, and just, yeah. That's it. Now you tune it up to pitch. And it really is just as simple as that. Now, the guitar itself, as far as the tuners go, they feel so much tighter. It feels like you can really fine-tune, no pun intended, a lot easier with these than the stock Squier ones. Now, the second modification we're going to be talking about is the bridge itself. Before I installed this Goto bridge, yeah, it's a trend here, I actually had it side by side next to the Squier bridge. So I'm going to show you what my thoughts were and some details on that. All right, let's weigh them. There we go. 3, 2. So really, that's a 50% increase in weight compared to the stock bridge. Now, one thing to note, there are 2 reasons why I would recommend the Goto bridge over buying the Fender replacement. The first is, I just feel like it's a better quality part. The second is, when you buy the Fender version of this hardtail, they don't have the 2 screws right here on the majority of them, like the ones that are cheaper if you're on reverb. So you're going to be getting something where these 2 holes are not going to be able to be filled out, so it's kind of not going to sit as secure. With the Goto one, this drops right in. The screw holes all line up. There's the correct number of screw holes in it. Fantastic. Now, I did both of these modifications at the same time, and I've had the guitar set up for a few days afterwards to let myself really kind of get out of the placebo effect. The guitar feels like a much more expensive guitar now. It just feels tighter. The tuning, the reliability of it is much better, and the fine tuning, again, it just stays much truer to in tune. And you know, you're always going to want to focus on the nut. A lot of people will ignore that and do these 2 things first, but I made sure that this nut was well lubricated and well slotted going through with my own files, and this guitar has absolutely no problems. Tonally, I feel like it added a little bit to it, and part of that is because these saddles that are in this Goto bridge, they're actually brass saddles that are chrome plated, so it adds a little bit of bite and a little bit of warmth to the tone of the instrument as well. I cannot recommend doing this, and on top of it, all you'll need is a screwdriver. You don't need any experience, and it's a no-risk kind of installer. If you don't want to do it, uninstall for these. Pilot holes, boom, fits right in. Same thing, pilot holes, boom, take out, fits right in, and you have greatly improved your Squier instrument. So let me know in the comments down below if you've done any modifications to these kinds of guitars. I find that these 2 are fantastic, and quite frankly, I'm happy with the pickups as is. Maybe we will throw in a little bit of a better wiring harness at some point to replace that switch, which I think it's questionable. It's functional, but it doesn't have that kind of assurance that a higher-end guitar with a nicer kind of switchcraft switch would. But other than that, leave a like on the video if you enjoy what I am providing for you on this channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. And other than that, I'll see you tomorrow for another guitar-related video. Take it easy, everybody.